We live, we live, we live. We live. I'm late, but we here. We here, baby. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, Kane fans? My bad. I'm over here messing with stuff. Finally done figured out the live. You know, y'all come in, check in with the chat, man. Check in with the chat. You know, hope everybody having a good week. Before I get into all of the QB stuff, man, because as we all know, it's a lot going on with that. It's a lot going on with the QB hunt. We still in the hunt, man. Don't know what we gonna do and don't know when we gonna do it or how we gonna do it, but I got faith in the coaching staff, man. I got faith in the coaching staff. Before I get into that, man, I want to give a special shout out. Let me give a special shout out, man, to every last single one of my subscribers. I just checked it about 6 minutes ago, and I was at like 211. I'm at 213. I'm at 213, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. I am proud of y'all, and I appreciate everybody who is hitting that subscribe button, who is hitting the like button, who is in the comment section, leaving your comments and your thoughts. Man, I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. And I know y'all probably like, dang, bro, 200 subscribers, that ain't nothing. That ain't a lot. Why you so happy about 200 subscribers? Hey, man, as y'all know, man, I'm just starting out, you know, so 200 subscribers, that's pretty big to me, man. That's a lot. It's probably like my second month, you know, so I appreciate every last one of those 213 subscribers, because you could have just looked at my video and kept it pushing. You didn't have to stop and check my videos out or anything. So I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I got a lot of views on that. Is Miami's next QB already a Kane? I got a lot of people. I ruffled a lot of fellas, man, with that one. I ruffled a lot of fellas. I ain't, and I expected it. I can't say that I didn't expect it, because at the end of the day, it is a lot of people that's behind Emory Williams and backing the whole Emory Williams. It's a lot of people behind the Darion Coleman. I haven't really got too many people to come at me about the Luke Nichols, though. But Luke Nichols do have a certain portion of the fan base that is backing him up and that want to see him play. And, you know, I can see it, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand it. I respect all of the views. I respect it, you know. But when it come to Emory, boy, everybody who's behind Emory, they ain't playing. They standing on it 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't mad at that, bro. I ain't mad at, you know. But today, you know, I was looking at some of the other, you know, Kane insiders and people on the ground, you know, covering this topic. And since I'm live, I'm just gonna kind of go through different channels that I check out. I see my man Grant just dropped something. I'm gonna see who else dropped something, and you know, we're just gonna hang out and go through different channels. But I'm gonna start off with the QB talk. I know right now our main focus is getting this this dub for this national championship because we got a whole bunch of IU hype. And me personally, man, it's whatever. It's whatever. I don't feed into it. Cause I know what we got. I know what we got going on, and I know them boys gonna show up. You know? This game is gonna be, they in for a rude awakening. They in for a rude awakening, a big surprise. Yeah. I truth be told, I don't see them beating us. I really don't. I understand they pretty much got a NFL reject team full of experience. Them guys is 23, 24 years old. And you know, we got a couple of older players too, but them boys is stacked with experience. I mean, it's ridiculous, but hey, the rules are meant to be bent, not broke. So they bending them. And because I was wondering, how is Indiana, a basketball school, just come out of nowhere and just start dominating people? Even though the teams that they dominated really wasn't that good of a team. Because let's be honest, that conference and they schedule, let's be honest. Let's just be real. They really, it ain't built like that. They ain't been through what we've been through. They ain't battle tested like we battle tested. Let's just be real. And when we was battle tested, we passed the test. You know what I'm saying? We passed the test with flying colors. So, that's the main focus right now, man. The main focus is getting this championship that's well past overdue. Well past overdue. But we still have to talk about this quarterback situation because it is something that's talked about a lot right now, especially, you know, within the fan base and within the program. It's a concern. Are we worried about it? Are we biting our nails and stressed about it? Not really. Because we do have a pretty decent quarterback room, regardless of how I get on this mic and I speak about the different quarterbacks in the quarterback room. It's not out of hate. It's just that the standard is just different now. The standard is different now, man. We playing for a national championship on Monday. So, you know, y'all don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking the real. And it's a lot of Hurricane fans that feel like how I feel. So right now, we received news that Ty Simpson has decided to enter the draft. We was going after Sam Levitt. Came by the campus. He visited. A lot of us wasn't really too big on him anyways. I didn't know too much about him, but I'm just now finding out more after the fact. Which is good because if I would have known what Sam Levitt was on and how he was as, you know, as a person, I wouldn't have. I probably would have been like, man, bump that dude, bro, bump him, because it sounded like he wouldn't have fitted. He wouldn't have fitted in our QB room anyways. He wouldn't have fitted with our program. Same thing with Sorsby. You know, he decided to go with Texas Tech. He had a lot of ties to Texas Tech. That's where his old lady at. So we kind of already seen where that was going. So the hunt continues. The hunt continues. I believe that Mario will go get another quarterback. Telling you, don't be surprised if we mess around and see John Mateer in that thing. Don't be surprised if we mess around and see John Mateer in the lineup. Just know you heard it first here. You heard it first here at Ball Out Tommy Clips. But let's get into my man Alex Donald. Alex Donald was talking about it a little bit today. Y'all gotta excuse my internet. It's running like broadband right now. My internet running like it has been doing this for the past
told
hour.
His truth as to.
Let's see.
Ty Simpson said no to Miami. He said no to Tennessee and to Ole Miss. The former Alabama quarterback told his truth as to why he opted for the NFL draft, but there's one thing he said that I believe to be false.
Bro, you gotta. What I don't understand is, this is my thing. Are we vetting these dudes? Cause I heard what Ty Simpson said about. I heard the whole Alabama thing, the whole Alabama spiel. Are we vetting these dudes, man? Or are we saying, okay, this is a good quarterback, let's go get him? And I'm not a huge fan of CJ Bailey, but I understand why everybody so big on we should just went and got CJ Bailey because he a South Florida kid. That's where he grew up at, and he's not a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. Let me fast forward this a little bit. This was a long broadcast, and I just wanted to get to the part where he was going in about the whole Ty Simpson thing. So y'all bear with me for a second.
Are Locked On Canes.
Based on upside or whatever, I think you make your decision just based on who wins out in practice. I think you do it over. There's a chance Luke could win a competition. Starting a quarterback with less experience. So I think the idea to completely sleep on the fact that Miami gets to be, I know technically they're the road team, but the game is in their hometown and their home stadium. I don't think that's something that you can overlook. We get a question from Joey in Tallahassee who says, a two-part question. Assuming we don't pick up a quarterback in the portal, are we going to look at next year as a rebuilding year? If so, do you see more upside in having Emory Williams start the 1 year or allow Luke Nickel with less experience to grow as a potential multi-year starter? Here's the thing.
Every time I hear, should we have Luke Nickel start, I just boy. And it's no different from Darion Coleman. It's no different. And it's because, bro, Luke Nichols is like fresh out of high school, bro. And I got a bunch of people who commented on my page about Darion Coleman. Darion got a lot of support right now. And I support him too. But I do believe he deserves to be able to be develop behind a veteran quarterback, just like Luke Nichols did behind Carson Beck. So if we don't bring in another veteran quarterback, at least for Darion to get the experience as well, and then you got Luke Nichols, who's gonna develop behind two veteran quarterbacks, as well as Emory, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of good training and that's a lot of good experience for them to get before they just get thrown out there to lead this team where the fans is expecting. Well, I mean, you have to limit your expectations when Luke Nichols become the quarterback or Darion Coleman become the quarterback, because if you expecting to win anything more than 9 games with a freshman quarterback or a red shirt freshman, boy, be prepared to get let down. Now, if you wanna roll with Emory, don't expect to win no national championship. That's all I can say. If it happens, boy, Emory, you the man. I'll be the biggest Emory fan. I might go buy the jersey and all. But just based off of what we done seen, man, and what the type of offense I done seen Dawson run when Emory in the game, yeah, he gonna be surrounded by talent. But my thing is, and this is another thing I keep getting into with other Miami fans, is who's to say that talent stays if Emory do become the quarterback, or if we have to depend on a freshman or a redshirt freshman to lead the team? Who's to say that all that talent we done got stay? Them boys is trying to win, bro. NIL is a real thing now, bro. Them boys jump in the portal. They go chase a bag somewhere else where they feel like they can win. Better go ask Isaiah Horton, Kobe Young. You better go ask them boys, man. Them boys, like, and I don't support what they did, because now look at them. They on the couch. We finna go play for the Natty at the crib. But what you got to understand is a lot of this talent that we do have, best believe they came because they trying to win. They trying to get developed, you know, which they could still get developed even with Emory being the quarterback, or Luke or Darion, whoever win the competition. Make no mistake about it. Whether we get a transfer portal quarterback or not, make no mistake about it. We will have quarterbacks in that quarterback room that's willing to compete. Good quarterbacks, too. Darion pretty good. Luke Nichols pretty good. Emory pretty good. They all pretty good. But we also haven't seen them in any big games. We also haven't seen them play with our starters. So, this is something to keep in mind, man. Something to keep in mind.
I don't think you're going to look at it as a rebuilding year. I think Miami has too much other talent. I think the roster is too good that even if you end up starting a quarterback with less experience, you know, after swinging and apparently missing on your top transfer portal targets, I think Miami's roster is too good and too loaded with talent to look at it as a rebuilding year. That's the answer to the first part of your question, not a rebuilding year. To answer the second part of your question, I think it's really simple. May the best man win, right? I mean, I think to this point, you know, obviously, like Carson Beck this year is the best quarterback on Miami's roster, right? I believe Emory Williams has been the clear second best in practice, but keep in mind, Luke Nickel is younger. He's got more room to grow and develop, so maybe by the time fall camp is over, there's a chance Luke could win a competition. You know, there's a lot of confidence in Darion Coleman after a tremendous high school career, but as a true freshman, I think he's going to need some time in the strength and conditioning program. But I think I don't think you're going to make your quarterback decision based on upside or whatever. I think you make your decision just based on who wins out in practice. I think,
and that's another thing. Darion got to put on some weight. He still got high school weight. Darion still got to put on some weight, and he's still growing. He's a young man. So before we just say, let's roll with Darion, you still got 2 other quarterbacks ahead of him that's been practicing in the spring, that's been practicing with the squad. Bro, we can't do that, bro. We just can't, bro. Now, if Darion get out there and get the balling and showing that he's just tremendously better than all these other quarterbacks we have in the quarterback room, by all means, let that boy stunt. Let that boy stunt. They say he's similar. His playing style is similar to Cam Ward. I would have to see more. He's a scrambling quarterback for sure, which is something that I haven't really seen much in this offense. Cam Ward wasn't necessarily a scrambling quarterback. He would improvise by time so that his receivers can get open. And he was pretty accurate with throwing the ball, but to compare Darion to Cam Ward, I think that's a little bit of a reach. Similar playing styles, but based on the way I seen Darion play, he'll tuck it and run with it, and I love that. I love that. That's part of the reason why I was an advocate for Sam Levitt. Outside of his personality, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm finding out more about his personality, no. No for Sam Levitt. Capital N-O for Sam Levitt. But when it comes to Darion and his scrambling ability and the way to just tuck it and run with it, I absolutely love it. But you still need experience. You still need to know how to change plays at the line. Still need to know how to read defenses at this level. Yeah. You know, all of that comes with time. It comes with experience. And trust me, he will get in the game. We will get a chance to see Darion. No matter who's the quarterback next year, we will get a chance to see Darion. It don't matter who the quarterback is, because everybody's just all in on Darion. Got a little bit of mixed reviews about Luke Nichols. You got more than a little bit of mixed reviews about Emory, because we've all seen him during game time. We've seen his good games and we've seen his bad games. So we all have that to go by. So a lot of people are leaning more towards Luke and Darion. But it would not hurt to have a veteran quarterback come in so that Darion can at least learn up under a veteran quarterback. I mean, Luke got the chance to learn up under Beck. Got to let my man Darion get the chance to develop under a veteran quarterback. If it's possible. If not, we roll what we got. Let them boys, Judd, all of them boys, get in there and just go at it. May the best QB win.
Do a straight up competition there. We get a question from Dat Dude 239. He says, I have 2 questions. Everybody's got 2 questions in one. He says, have you heard any word on the DB safety from Minnesota who played under Heatherman? Yeah, Coy Parrish, he committed to Oregon. You notice, like, Oregon and Texas have been doing work in the transfer portal. Like, I feel like, you know, those have been probably the biggest 2 spenders have been the Ducks and the Longhorns. And Coy Parrish, he committed to Oregon this week within the last couple days. He says, do you think that Mario should run with Emory Williams at quarterback next season and use that extra NIL money to add more weapons on offense and defense to complement him? He's been in Dawson's offense for 3 going on 4 years, and he's already familiar with the plays. You know, no matter, and again, like to what I said before, I don't care if it's Emory or Luke or Judd or Darion. I just want the best man to win. But I like the other part of your question, right? if you were just willing to allegedly spend $6.5 million on a quarterback or $5+ million on a quarterback, if now you no longer have the high-priced quarterbacks available, I am all in favor of reallocating that money. Try to spend whatever it is, $3 to $4 million to get Jordan Seaton here, the former 5-star offensive tackle from Colorado, who is future first-round NFL pick. Seaton is out there, and that's another one where Oregon and Texas are lurking. But if Miami can really get in the Jordan Seaton race, I am all for it. How about edge rusher Damon Wilson, who's still out there uncommitted, who would command a high price tag, right? If you were unable to use that money on a quarterback, I would say redistribute that money to making your lines of scrimmage even stronger, because that's going to be Miami's identity again.
I agree at. That's where I agree at. That's where I agree at. If we, for some reason, which I do have faith that Mario is going, I know, I can pretty much bet my money that Mario gonna find a way to get a quarterback, bro. He gonna find a way to get a quarterback. But if he don't, you still got that money to spend in other places. And if that offensive tackle still out there, go get him. Go get him. That defensive edge rusher, even though we loaded in that position, ain't nothing like experience for them boys to learn up on with Mesidor from the league, with Ruben Bain from the league. I mean, you still got Lightfoot, you still got Hayden Lowe. Look, them boys need somebody to train up on the 2. They need somebody to train up on the 2. We can be very, very dangerous in a lot of other spots. So, yeah, that's one thing I definitely agree with. If we don't go with the QB, go load up in all of the other areas that's going to help us win, bro. And stay a powerhouse. Because right now, but we're a freight train.
Year, right? Miami is going to try to dominate up front, offense and defensive line. I am all in favor of, like you said, 2-3-9, of making those units stronger to build around a less experienced quarterback. This is an interesting one from the 917. Can we all point out that had we gone with Emory Williams this season, we'd probably be 11-1? Listen, man, I'm all for respecting Emory Williams.
What? What did he just say?
Bruh.
What? Did he say we would go 11-1 with Emory? I gotta rewind that back. Hold on. I gotta rewind that back.
Unit stronger to build around a less experienced quarterback. This is an interesting one from the 917. Can we all point out that had we gone with Emory Williams this season, we'd probably be 11-1? Listen, man, I'm all for respecting Emory Williams, but don't.
But at this point, I feel like it's like an Emory Williams cult within the Miami Hurricanes fan base. It's gotta be, bro. It's almost like a cult or something. It's like a Emory can do no wrong, bro. Like we didn't. What have y'all seen? What? Help me understand what's going on, bro. Like, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's something I don't know about Emory, bro. This boy said we would have went 11-1 with Emory. What?
Bruh.
Okay, I'm still trying to fathom that. I'm trying to understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. But whatever.
Respect Carson Beck like that. I mean, yeah, Miami lost 2 games.
You said something about respecting
Experienced
Beck.
quarterback. This is an interesting one from the 917. Can we all point out that had we gone with Emory Williams this season, we'd probably be 11-1? Listen, man, I'm all for respecting Emory Williams, but don't disrespect Carson Beck like that. I mean, yeah, Miami lost 2 games. He didn't play well in the Louisville game, but do you really think that Carson Beck put up a worse record this year than another quarterback in the room would have? I would say, yeah, if you're going to blame Carson Beck for the Louisville loss, look at what Carson Beck did to beat Notre Dame. Look what he did to beat Ole Miss. Look what he's done playing solid football all season long. I believe the premise of your question is completely false. Gilbert asks, hey, could Dante Moore be an option for adding a quarterback?
You think Emory would have bossed up on Notre Dame like Beck did? Huh? That's why I say it's like an Emory Williams cult right now, bro. Some of these people, they throwing out a whole lot of delusions about Emory Williams. You telling me Emory Williams, the game against the Gators, you telling me, yeah, I think Beck threw like 2 picks that game. You telling me Emory wouldn't have been capable of that and more? So what you telling me right now is Emory Williams would have led us to beating Texas A&M. Emory Williams would have led us to beating Ohio State. Emory Williams would have led us to beat Ole Miss. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. The boy was getting the balls batted down against Bethune-Cookman, for crying out loud, bruh. His balls was getting batted down against Bethune-Cookman.
Portal. So Dante Moore's situation is he says he's either going to go pro, which he was leaning towards doing, or come back to Oregon. Now, Oregon added Dylan Raiola, so I don't know how much that complicates Moore staying at Oregon. Maybe he follows through with going pro, but I haven't heard any Miami specific buzz for him. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Miami's reassessing their options. I know another one, and we brought this up yesterday, Hussein Longstreet from USC, completely different situation because he's got 4 years of eligibility left, was just a true freshman, will be a redshirt freshman next year, but uber talented, former 5-star recruit. Just for the record, according to Kane Sport, as of yesterday morning, so I don't know if this has changed, but as of yesterday morning, Longstreet's father said that Miami has not contacted him since he was in high school. So it doesn't seem like that was one that.
Yeah. By the way, in case y'all ain't know, Longstreet going to LSU. Him and Sam Levitt is gonna be at LSU. Longstreet and Sam Levitt. So Lane went and snatched 2 quarterbacks while we still over here looking for one.
Miami was pursuing, but again, like maybe a quarterback option would be to pull a rabbit out of your hat, right? To get in late for Longstreet, to get in late for Dante Moore, but it seems like Moore up until now has been choosing between returning to Oregon or going pro. Any injury update would be nice, says Richard. Yep, yeah, I think the injury update hasn't changed since yesterday, to my knowledge.
All right. So now he about to get into injury. So let me go over here to my guys over here at King's Insight, man.
Last year, we were kind of in a similar situation to what we are now with the portal. Because you were in the trenches there just talking to people, as was I. There were a lot of variables. Like there's a lot of variables now. It wasn't like there was a set, this is what's going to happen.
Look,
I think now with Carson Beck, just go ahead.
And I kind of was listening to you guys before I got on, and I just want to go back to a little bit of what you were speaking about Sorsby and Levitt and so on. There are moments in time where everything lines up for you. Cam Ward lined up for Miami. Okay? He is, like you were saying, a Miami guy. Carson Beck was totally a Miami guy. And what happens is that, unfortunately, this year, we have a bunch of guys that are not Miami guys. And unfortunately, Sorsby, I respect the staff, and I respect Dennis and Mario about going for the best, right? Sorsby would, in my opinion, was the best. He was never going to come here because he obviously had ties to Texas Tech. Sam Levitt was never a guy that was going to come here. He was not a Miami guy. As Pete was saying, plenty of red flags, right? I can tell you those red flags are accurate. That guy was not going to be a fit culturally on this team whatsoever. So he moves on to the perfect place for him, which is LSU and Lane Kiffin, honestly. And they'll go 8-4 next year. Okay? So do I think Miami's going to find a quarterback between now and next Wednesday? If I was a gambling man, I'd put my chips on that staff to make something happen between now and next Wednesday. If it doesn't happen for whatever reason, give me the national championship on Monday, and I'll happily go 9-3 next year. And we go back to the drawing board and we get somebody else next year.
9-3, bro. 9-3.
Bruh.
That's what we're gonna be. All these people hollering about Luke Nichols and nothing against Luke Nichols. He's just inexperienced. Darion Coleman, inexperienced. And Emory not gonna lead you to no playoff run. It's a 16-team playoff, I think, going forward. So maybe we do make the playoffs. Maybe we make the ACC championship or something like that. But a playoff run, we might well just chill, bro. We might well hang out. We might well put our feet up, dog. We might well, hold on. We might well do this right here, man. Y'all boy go ahead and y'all go ahead and turn up, man. Y'all boy take it to the national championship, man. Texas and all the Texans of the world, Georgia Bulldogs. Y'all gonna do y'all thing, man. Alabama, Oklahoma might be. I mean, I don't know. We gonna be like this, man. That's how we gonna be next year. That's how we gonna be. Depending on Emory. If we got to depend on Emory, we like this, dog. playoff hopes. Get the taste out your mouth. Get the taste out your mouth, boy. Get the taste out your mouth.
I don't want to go back to. I don't want to go back there, man. I don't want to go back there,
Listen,
man.
and by the way, this roster, who says we can't go 10-2 with Luke Nickel or Emmy Williams or Darion Coleman? Who says we can't?
Listen, if we win the Natty, you can take the next year off. You could just not play games, and I'll see you in 2027. But if we win the Natty, but yeah, man, we got to take care of business though. I'm
going to tell you, there's nobody in that building looking at next year. Everybody in that building is looking at Monday.
Someone better. Someone.
I don't know what the heck.
How's it going? Good. I'm gonna have you help me make a beat using co-producers by output. Sounds fun. So this plugin can.
I don't need no copyright strike.
Better be looking at next year, Orchid Man. Yeah. I'm sorry to say it. Someone better be.
We better win. Let's win Monday.
Listen, I agree with you. Look, the focus is, and they still have some work to do in the portal outside of QB. We know that, right? There's still some very important pieces out there that they need to close on. But I just wish this thing was locked up, man. If I'm being honest with you, I think we all wish that we weren't having it. And we can blame it on the timeline of what it looks like, but all these other teams who have been playing have their QB.
Timeline was tough. And the players just didn't line up for Miami right now, you know. But is there somebody out there that's not in the portal yet? We'll see. Got 2 days.
I'm not talking about 9-3.
That's what it has to be. That's what it has to be.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think that's the only way that fans would be happy with how things turn out.
Yeah, because we still got time.
I'm not talking about 9-3 unless it's a first.
Still got time. Somebody could jump in that mug. Somebody we wasn't expecting. Next thing you know, they got the U on the side of their helmet. Yeah, Mario, y'all ready? I heard you got the offensive line down here. Yeah. Come on. Let's try to run this thing back, baby. Try to run it back. By all means.
Score, and we're about to kick an extra point. But you know, in terms of this, I will say last year it was this wide open, let's call it, before Carson Beck.
Yeah.
And Carson Beck, we've seen how that turned out. So that we were in a very, very similar position, and you know, Orchid Man, because you were there last year.
I trust my staff, and I'm sure they're working.
Trust the staff, man.
Listen, I have no doubt that they're working. I don't trust me. I know they are. They're trying to figure something out. I just, you know, we've been happy with the end result the last 2 years, which is why you still, until they come up empty-handed, I can't go in on them. Right?
I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we are. I just don't think we will.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It's going to be tough to go back to, especially now.
Have a little patience,
Jose, you've seen this run, and just not just the wins and the elation from that, but like just how big time everything is.
Everything is big time right now.
Everything's big time. Like going back to like the Shreveport Bowl or like Pinstripe, man. I'd be like Marcus Freeman. I'd have hair dye dripping out my head talking about quitting.
And that bandwagon is full. Everybody in this town is trying to get on now.
How many ticket requests?
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Like I say, bro. 9-game win season. 9-ish, 8-ish. If we don't get another quarterback, 9-ish, 8-ish. Maybe 10. But the glory days of whooping up on Notre Dame, the boys coming with vengeance next year. And like I say, the roster is loaded with talent. So the schedule that we got next year, it ain't too tough. It ain't too tough. So we could very easily pull out a 10-2 and make a 16. There ain't no reason why we shouldn't make a 16 team playoff. From my understanding, that's how the playoffs gonna be set up next year. So, hey man, I ain't gonna be on here too long, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it short right there, man. Once again, let me give a special shout out to all 213 subscribers, man. Y'all the truth, man. Y'all the truth. Stay locked in with me, man. I'm going to keep them coming as long as I can keep them coming. My bad. I ain't even had a screen pulled up. All 213 subscribers. Y'all the truth. Appreciate your love. Appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section, man, how y'all feeling about this QB hunt. Because that's what it is, basically a QB hunt. Same position we've been in for the past 2 years. We did it with Cam Ward, did it with Carson Beck, and at the end of the day, we caught us a QB. What we gonna do this year? I think Mario still got it in him. Me personally. But this, if we win a natty, which I strongly feel like we gonna do. Oh yeah. We cool with whatever at this point. If we win the natty, when we win the natty, whatever you say, coach. If you want to chill with the quarterbacks in the quarterback room and let's just let them battle it out, let's roll with it. So, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And once again, man, thank you so much to the 213 subscribers. And catch y'all on the next episode, man. Go Canes.